Yes, I'm composing for a film called Burrows, directed by Mr. Mohanlal Uncle. So this
Very
is
well.
my first debut as a music composer.
All
So
the
I'm
best.
working on it. Thanks.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I have a personal fan moment here. My name is Kavin, and with me, I have a prodigy, Lydian Nadhaswaram. How are you, Lydian?
Hello, Uncle. I'm fine.
Oh, so this is amazing. All those who are very good in music don't speak much. Why is it so?
I don't know.
Very well. So, but how are you in this pandemic, Lydian?
Yes, yeah, we are staying safe and I'm practicing and I'm learning a lot of things and we get to spend time with my family. So I'm happy.
Very well. So, Lydian, for those who do not know you, that should be very few people, right? Tell us a little about yourself. How old are you? Tell us about your family, and what do you do?
Okay. My name is Lydian Nadhaswaram. I'm 15 years old and I'm from India and I'm a musician.
See, a man of few words. And who is the man who keeps showing up in all the videos with you?
I'm
In all
Sergio.
the in all the competitions, there's always a very supportive, encouraging man. Who's that?
Because it's my dad.
Very well. So, because as much as I see you, I know your father as well, right? I've been seeing him in all the shows. So, Lydian, you're 15 years old and you've already won some amazing recognition on across the world. Uh, so, how does it feel when people recognize you as a musical talent to watch out for? How does it feel?
Well, I feel so happy. I feel so happy and so responsible that I should make everyone happy by my music.
Yeah, wonderful. So, Lydian, when did this all start? I mean, when?
So when I was 2 years old, I started to play drums. And I think that's where it started. And then my father is a musician and my sister is a musician. So I performed with them in a lot of stages. And then when I was 9 years old, I started to play piano. Yeah, that's it.
So your father is a musician and your sister is also a musician. So tell us a little about
Yeah.
your father. There are a lot of people who would not know him. So please.
Yeah. My father, he composes and he plays keyboard. He sings and he also plays flute. And he's my teacher. And of course, also my sister. Her name is Amrita Varshini. I can say that she's in fact a better musician than me. And she plays flute and she sings. And my father and my sister are my mentors.
Very well. So how old is Amrita Varshini? How old is your sister?
She's 17.
Oh, so she is older than you.
Yeah.
Very well. Very well. So does she think she's a better musician, or you're just saying that she's a better musician than you?
No, we both tell each other that you are the better musician, and she tells me you're the better musician.
Is she like sitting around somewhere saying "Olanga sollala"? Is she saying something like
No,
that?
she's not here. No, she's not here. I'm alone. But I can say that she's a better musician than me.
Very well. So, Lydian, you like I said, you're just 15, and your father's a musician, so music is in your blood in every sense, right? And your sister's a musician, but you also go to school, right? I mean, or are you homeschooled? What happens in that portion?
No, I'm homeschooled. Yeah.
You're homeschooled. So how does it work for you, homeschooled?
Well, I'm doing my homeschooling, and a whole day I get to put my all time on music. And whenever I want to study, I'll study. So it's up to me.
It is up to you. So if I asked you this, who sort of tells you once in a while you should be focusing more on school? Is there anybody in your life that tells you should be focusing more on school? Is there anybody who
Uh,
does that?
no one.
No one.
No one does. Yeah.
So then I think people have understood the true value of education with you. So it's good. Lydian, so which class are you in?
I should be in ninth grade.
Okay. You should be in the ninth grade. So you are in the ninth grade.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yeah.
seem a little
Yeah.
because the only person who would not know the difference between schooling right now would be you, because you've been going through homeschool and everybody's going through homeschool only now. So
Yeah.
for you, the transition should have been easy. So Lydian, I'm from Coimbatore, right? And I've been watching your journey. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. One, as an Indian, and two, as a fellow Tamilian. So I'm watching your journey. And I was there at the Global Child Prodigy Awards as one of the speakers. I mean, apart from the great people who were there, I was there. And I saw you. You've just been this very humble soul. And where do you get all of this from? Uh, does your father say be modest and all that, or is it just you?
I think it's me, and also it's my father.
Yeah,
It's both.
no, I could. It is both, right? So, and you went through the KM Conservatory. How many
Yes.
years were you there?
Uh, I was there for like 2 to 3 years,
And
and
which age
first
groups?
I went when I was like 10 years old. I joined there, and when I was 13 years old. Yeah. So I joined KM Music Conservatory to learn tabla, and then after a few days ago, I got impressed and inspired by a teacher. His name is Dr. Surojit Chatterjee, and he teaches Russian piano method there. So I learned him. So I learned under him for a while.
So, do you still go to the conservatory? Do you still go there to learn, or
Yes, at times.
at times? So,
Yeah.
how important has that played an important role in your life, the KM Conservatory?
Of course it has, and I get to meet Mr. A.R. Rahman uncle, and after my win at the world's best, also A.R. Rahman uncle, he did a felicitation function for me at the KM Music Conservatory, so that was all really nice.
Very well. And what did he tell you?
He after my win at the world's best, he came home to our home and he played on my piano, and he wished me, he blessed me, and we went to KM in his car, and that whole day was amazing.
Lovely, lovely. So, I'm going to say this. A lot of people, just to spend some time with A.R. Rahman would be something. But you've been personally, so does he give you tips on music? He says, Advanda, do this, do that. Does he involve in your creative process?
No, but he just tells me to do my work. He tells me to do hard work, and you should have perseverance. He calls me buddy. So buddy, you should do this. So he just advises me like that.
Yeah. He's very, very, very good. So came Conservatory, A.R. Rahman, but all that said and done, you've been on international shows. How did you end up getting on these shows, Lydian? How did it start?
Well, I can say it's all because of my father, because and also the world's best. He was following a producer who worked for a different show before, and then she moved to world's best, and she showed all my videos, which my father sent to her, to the world's best team, and then only they selected me. And after the world's best telecast, I went to the Ellen show and few more talk shows.
Yeah, a few more is an understatement. You did a lot more talk shows, and I've seen a lot of that. And I like how you said your dream would be to play on the Moon Sonata.
Yeah.
And is
Yes.
that is that like the dream, or
Yeah, it's the dream.
okay, Jeff Bezos, if you're listening to this, get us a space rocket so that he can go play on the moon, right? Let's see. Okay, so now, Lydian, you're a phenomenal talent, right? But do you think this is just by hard work alone, or do you see a great amount of gift in you?
think it is both.
I'm
I
glad
think
you
so.
recognize. You think so, right?
Yeah, I think so. Um,
Yeah, I'm just trying to get more words out of you, Lydian.
Yeah, that's the answer. I think it is both.
It is. Right? No,
Yeah,
it's because that's the humility you also show. You recognize what is a gift and you're working on it and
yeah, of
to
course.
preserve it, to persevere. So that's wonderful. Lydian, so how much of your life has changed after you went on the world's best? How much of it has changed?
It's yeah, it was a dream come true moment winning at the world's best, and now wherever I go, people get to recognize me and take pictures with me. After seeing all that, I feel so responsible, and it has changed a lot.
I was about to take a picture with you at the Delhi Prodigy Awards.
Okay.
And then you went to get some sort of something to eat, and I said, you know what? Let's not disturb her. I'm one of those characters. I have to give people the space, and so much that even when I was traveling once, and then somebody really popular was sitting by me, everybody ran. I just felt bad. I should not disturb them. They had that moment, and good. So you're growing now. You're getting older, and you're getting into the movie industry as well. And something you did compose for a cinema as well. Could you tell us a little about that?
Yes, I'm composing for a film called Burrows, directed by Mr. Mohanlal Uncle. So this
Very
is
well.
my first debut as a music composer.
All
So
the
I'm
best.
working on it. Thanks.
And do you want to tell us a little about it? What is this about? What sort of, or do you, I don't know. What can you tell us about
Yeah.
this?
So after my win at the world's best, Mohanlal uncle himself called us personally, and first he congratulated us, and then the team approached us. That there is this movie called Burrows. It's a historic fantasy and children's subject. Would you like to work on it? And then we heard the story, and since it is a children's subject, my father accepted it, and we went to Cochin to do some composition with Mohanlal uncle, and they were all very happy, and the works are going now.
When do we expect to see this come out to the audience, Little?
Uh, it's up to the team.
No, I'm sure there's a lot of challenges these days with COVID and the production and all that. So is the
Of
music
course.
composition done? Is your bit of the work done?
Uh, uh, well, I'm still composing, but the songs are freeze. But I should arrange that and I should record with a big orchestra.
Very well. And do you plan on doing it in India or you're planning on doing it elsewhere?
Yeah, few portions in India and few portions in abroad.
Okay, and I have to ask you this. So, as part of the whole music journey that you've been traveling around the world. Which country has been most receptive to your music? Right? I mean, oh, these people appreciate my music. Uh, Appreciating you is different from appreciating the music at times. So, which country most is recognizes the talent and they most appreciative?
It's not like one country. All the countries where I have been to, after seeing my performance, they all come and appreciate me. So it's all the countries.
Very well. No, I'm not putting you in a tough spot. I just wanted to know if there's any country that, said, hey, because I know some people who say playing in Austria is like a dream. And then there's a certain kind of music that they're more appreciative of over there. And since you've been trained by Mr., the gentleman from the choir itself, what's his name?
Augustine Paul.
Mr. Augustine Paul. Yes. So, and how did that happen?
Well, during the initial stage of my, piano career, we posted some videos on YouTube, and then he got in touch with my father, and that's how we joined under him class. And then I finished my grade 8 piano examinations, Trinity College, under Dr. Augustine Paul.
And when did you finish your grade 8, Lydia?
I finished it like 2 years ago.
And can I ask this for all those people who are going through Trinity and all this? Uh, at some point, does it matter that you have to go through the grade examinations? Does it even matter?
Well, at times, and at times it's not.
Yeah.
So it completely it depends upon who does that exam
Yeah.
or not.
So we are the examination center for all of Nilgiris, right? I have a school there, and we are the examination center. And a lot of our kids go through the grade examinations. And yes, it is good. Some parents force the kids to go get the grade examinations also. And it makes a difference. But for some people, it doesn't make a difference. They're just gifted and they're talented and they continue to play better than the ones who go through the grade examinations. So that's why I'm asking.
Uh, well, finishing a top grade and in such a big Trinity College, it's like a privilege to me. So I did it, and also it's knowledge.
It definitely is. What are the Trinity exam? Did anybody reach out to you from Trinity after you did your examinations, your grade? Did they reach out to you? Lydia? I asked if did anybody reach out to you
Hello?
from Trinity? Did anybody reach out to you from Trinity?
No, not yet, but very soon. Hopefully.
Very soon. Okay. So, Lydia, you're naturally growing, and there are people supporting you. Also, great names who are coming, and they're also showering the knowledge about you. But do you think you're going to pursue any sort of an educational path in music? Is that going to happen for you? Do you want to go to, like, a lot of people want to go to Berkeley and study? And do you want to do something like that? Is that part of your vision to further your music knowledge?
Well, it's completely up to my dad. If he says, I might go there.
Okay. Is there any mentor that you want to study under? Do you have like a role model or a mentor, not a role model, but a mentor that you think you should study under?
Not yet, but very soon I'll find one.
Yeah. I mean, apart from your father. But do you have anybody in mind? Any chance? Because you said for Russian piano, you studied it from, forgive me, I don't know the gentleman's name, but.
Yeah, maybe I want to collaborate with Jacob Collier.
And tell us a little about Jacob Collier for those people who do not know who Jacob Collier is.
Okay. Jacob Collier is an incredible musician from London, and he does all the a cappellas and stuffs, and he plays more than like 15 instruments, and he has won 4 Grammy Awards, and he's in touch with him in social media. So hopefully I'll get to collaborate with him one day.
Very well, Jacob. We are looking out to you and Lydian playing together, and I think that'll be something for us to watch, because if he says he wants to, and if you would bless him with that, we'd love it. We'd love it. So all that aside, Lydian, everybody's seeing the successful side of your life, but there must be a lot of challenges for you to get here, right? Would you like to talk about something?
No, it was all just practice and perseverance, what I had, and my dad's support throughout, and and he will keep on motivating me, and he will keep on teaching me, and now my path is clear, and I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I should do more.
We want you to do more, and we hope you would do more for us, because the more you create, the more happier we are. But is there anything that has been like a turning point in your life, an important lesson in your rather young life? Is there anything you remember?
No.
No. All right. So which means you were just being very modest. So good. No, good. Lydian, I have simple, basic questions which I ask. Do you have like a schedule?
Well, it differs every day. It depends upon what piece I'm playing. For example, in piano, I'm doing the stuff piece called La Campanella. I'll practice it for like 5 to 6 hours, and then I'll move on to my next work. And the next day, it gets a little bit better on that piece, so I'll practice it even more. So each day it differs.
So can I say, how many hours of music do you go through in a day?
Well, as I'm not going to school, I'm homeschooled. The whole day I'll be in music. And as I said that, it depends upon what piece on what work I'm doing in my computer, what piece I'm practicing, or what I'm composing. So it depends.
So what time does your day start generally?
Maximum 9 or 10.
So let's say it starts by 9 or 10. And what time does it end every day?
Till I go to sleep.
I know. What time do you normally go to sleep?
Sometimes I go to sleep at 12 or 1, or
Yeah,
sometimes it might even take 2 when I'm with my family discussing about music,
very well.
you know.
So, do you have, since you're not going to school, right? Do you have friends of your age from outside? Do you have like that sort of a social bonding going on?
For now, my sister is my best friend, and I have a lot of worldwide music friends,
Hmm.
and I have a well-wisher. His name is Vishwas Gaitonde. He lives in San Diego, so daily
Very
I,
well.
I, I talk to him. So
Beautiful.
he's my
Hello,
friend.
Vishwas. Yeah. So, no, so if you're living in the American time, then either you go to sleep very late or you wake up very late. It's either one of those things that have to happen. So, how long do you and Vishwas know each other?
So Vishwas, no, he's my uncle actually. He's my well-wisher and uncle.
Sorry.
He's,
See, that's the problem when you say Vishwas Galkonde. So, Mr. Vishwas, so sorry.
so he's a journalist in America, and he has written a lot of articles about me, and he has published it. So I'm
Yeah.
really grateful to him.
No, good, good, good. So again, I'm going to go down to a little more basic questions, just to help me understand a little bit of your daily routine and life and all that. If you're not doing music at any given point, what would you be doing?
If not music, uh, well, I would listen to some motivational speeches, and I would read about space. I love to
Yeah.
read about space.
No, it's a wonderful thing to learn, read about space. It gives you a lot of different emotional,
Of
psychedelic
course.
experiences too. So, what type of motivational speeches do you even listen to?
I listen to Mr. Sadhguru.
Okay. Have you met him?
Uh, yes, I have met him once here in Chennai
Very well.
when he conducted this thing called Rally for Rivers. I
Yeah.
met him once.
Very well. So, and you say, either you're going to be listening to motivational speeches, and then, I'm just wondering, if not Sadhguru, who else do you listen to?
Ah, yeah, there are a lot. Each day I listen to different people, but I can't remember the names. Sorry.
No, no, I'm just trying to understand a little more about your creative, thing as to where it is coming from. So, Lydian, it's absolutely wonderful talking to you because I get to see how grounded you are. And I've been speaking to a lot of prodigies. And one thing that I keep realizing all the time is how mature they are for their age. And that does not come by teaching you. You have to feel that sense of humility. What does it feel like to be recognized as one of the 100 prodigies of the world? What does it feel like?
Yeah, it's a really honor, and I feel so privileged to be a part of the Global Child Prodigies. And yeah, I feel very happy.
And is there any other prodigy that you spoke to when you were in Delhi that you said, hey, I like what he's doing or she's doing?
Uh, as everyone were different, and I spoke to almost many prodigies, and even I collaborated with Sparsh Shah.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
So on a heel, a team from Mumbai called Marty Bani. So they did a tribute to Michael Jackson with like 50 or 100 child prodigies around the globe, and I was a part of them.
Very well.
So I have experienced all those.
Lovely, lovely. No, you are a wonderful young man, and credit to your parents for, uh, allowing us to listen to the music you're going to create and you are creating. Lydian, it's an absolute, absolute joy talking to you. I want to ask
Thank
you
you.
one last thing. If you can tell any of those young kids out there who are aspiring to be musicians, what would you tell them?
Just do what you love and practice, practice, practice. And I'm not so experienced to advise anyone. So
Yeah.
I'll just tell this: practice, practice, practice.
You see, I say I don't advise, nobody advises, but you can share your experience, and your experience is practice, practice, practice. And to all those
Yeah.
parents out there, Lydian, is there anything that you could tell them? Because a lot of them are also listening to you right now. What would you tell them?
Well, I'm so young to tell any parents because they know what to do for their kids. So
Very well. You are a very humble young man, Lydian. I am absolutely, absolutely elated that I'm talking to you. All the very best.
thank
I'm going to keep watching your journey, and as a fellow Indian, and most sincerely as a fellow Tamilian, I am super happy to see what you're doing, and may you continue to soar and soar. All the very best. And today is International Children's Day, and I can only tell you that this day could not be more special. So, Lydian, thanks a lot. We're going to be watching
thank you
out for
so much.
you.
Thanks. Thank you.
And to all of you out there, we'll be back again on the Prodigy Talks tomorrow, live at 7 p.m. Look forward to seeing you all there. Take care. Bye bye.